about 4 different kinds of sentences. And yesterday we had 2 reader's notebook pages to complete. Have a look. Write the complete subject of each simple sentence. So yesterday we're talking about the subject and the predicate. The subject is who the sentence is about, and the predicate is what the subject does. So have a look here. Read the first sentence for me, please, Zaling.
Saturday is a fun day.
Good job. Zaling, can you tell me what is the subject in this sentence?
Saturday.
Good girl, well done. Saturday is our subject. Good girl, Zaling. Number 2, Steve, read it for me.
All my friends get together in the park.
Good job. Can you tell me what my subject is here?
All my friends.
Good job. All my friends. Well done. Good job, Steve. Number 3, Lekang. Can you read that for me?
Baseball teams play on the fields.
Good girl. What is the subject here?
The subject here is baseball teams.
Good girl. Baseball teams is my subject. Absolutely. Okay. Next up, Cindy. What is my subject here, Cindy?
Is my father.
Good girl. It's my father. That's who the sentence is about. Awesome work. Okay, Kwang Ming, can you please do the next one for me? Good job. And what is my subject here?
The subject is my mother.
Good job. Well done, Kwang Ming. Awesome work. Okay, next up, Tui Chi, can you do number 6, please? And what is my subject in this sentence?
Our neighbors.
Good job. Our neighbors is the subject. Good girl. Awesome work. Okay, Mia, number 7, please. What is the subject in this sentence?
We.
Good girl. Well done, Mia. Okay, number 8, Ocean. Can you do that for me? And what is my subject, Ocean?
The kid.
Good job. Well done. The kids are who this sentence is about. Okay, number 9, Jenny. Which part is my subject?
Grandma and grandpa.
Good job. Grandma and grandpa are the subjects. Good girl, Jenny. Well done. Number 10.
Many of our teachers join us.
Good girl.
Many of our teachers.
Good girl. Well done. Many of our teachers is the subject. That's who this sentence is about. Awesome work, guys. Really good job. Okay, let's move on to our next page. So the next page was page number 3. Have a look here. Write each sentence, then underline the complete predicate. So for this one, you had to rewrite the whole sentence, not just write the predicate. So you write the whole sentence and underline the complete predicate. Okay, number 1, can you please read that for me? Ming Huang, relaxing.
Relaxing is not as easy as it looks.
Good job.
It's
Which part
not
is?
as easy as it looks.
Good job. Well done, Ming Huang. So what we had to do was rewrite the whole sentence. Relaxing is not as easy as it looks. Then we had to underline the predicate. And Ming Huang has just told me that the predicate is not as easy as it looks. Good job. Number 2, Noob, can you do that one for me?
I like to watch the about me.
Good job. I like to watch the clouds above. And Noob, can you tell me what the predicate is here?
Watch the
Good job. But the full predicate would be watch the clouds above me. Like to watch the clouds above me. So we need to make sure that we're underlining the full predicate. So the whole predicate would be like to watch the clouds above me, because that shows what the subject is doing. Good job, Noob. Well done. Number 3, can you read that one for me? Teddy bear.
Jerry enjoys floating in the pool.
Good job. Jerry enjoys floating in the pool. Can you tell me, Teddy, which part is the predicate?
Enjoys floating in the pool.
Good girl. Well done. The predicate is absolutely Jerry enjoys floating in the enjoys floating in the pool. Good job. So I'm just going to underline this. Enjoys floating in the pool is my predicate. Number 4, Hacker, can you do this one for me?
Ernie sits on the back step with his dog. The predicate is sit on the back step with his dog.
Good job. Sounds like you've got your own dog in the background there too. Very good. Well done, Hacker. Sits on the back steps with his dog is the correct predicate. Last one, number 5. Can you do that for me, please? Leo.
My cousin swing in tires hung from ropes.
Good job. And which part is the predicate?
Swing in tires hung from ropes.
Awesome work. Well done, Leo. It absolutely is the predicate. Well done. Swing in tires hung from ropes. Well done, Leo. Good job. Okay, guys, really good work on your homework. You were able to identify clearly the subjects and the predicates. So, really good job on your homeworks. Okay, guys, so today we have our writing lesson. Woohoo! And we're having descriptive writing lesson today. So I'm very excited about this. Let's have a look. What are we writing about today? Okay, guys, before we go any further, who can tell me what it means to describe? The word describe is a verb. It's an action word that we do. What does it mean? If I asked you to describe your house, what am I asking you to do? Kwang Ming?
You were asking me to tell you what my house looked like.
Good job. Well done, Kwang Ming. Really good answer. If I ask you to describe your house, I'm asking you to tell me about your house. You'll tell me what it looks like, what it smells like, what it sounds like, what the people are like in your house. When you describe something, you are telling someone about that thing. Let's have a look. What is it that makes a great descriptive paragraph? Firstly, we need a topic sentence. So a topic sentence lets readers know what the writer is describing. So when you first go to write your descriptive paragraph, your first topic sentence should tell me what you're writing about. So for example, if you want to write about Everest School, you might say, Everest School is a beautiful school. If you want to write about your home, you might say, my home is a lovely home. If you want to write about the beach, you might say, I love to go to the beach. So your first sentence should always let me and the other readers know what it is you're about to describe. Next up, we need supporting sentences. So the supporting sentences that come next will tell more information about your favorite place. So you might have sentences that describe what your house looks like. You might have sentences that describe what your house smells like. You might have sentences that tell more about the people in your house. Next up, we need exact words. Can you please read this sentence for me, Kwang Hai?
Exact words help create a picture in the reader's mind.
Good job. So exact words mean that you tell me specifically what you're talking about. For example, if you want to tell me about all the nice things you have in your house, instead of saying, there are many things in my house, you could say, there are many interesting things such as a TV, a piano, a guitar, drums. You have to tell me the exact words so that I can imagine all the amazing things you have in your house. Okay, next up, we need sensory details. So sensory details are a really important part to have in your descriptive paragraph because they really help describe the situation. For example, if you're talking about your home, you might tell me how it looks. So you would use sensory details. You're going to engage my sense of sight. If you say, my home is big with red carpet and purple leather chairs, when I read these words, I can clearly imagine what the look of your house or the looks inside your house. If you tell me, I can hear my baby brother crying and I can hear my mom laughing and talking to my dad, when you say that, I can imagine those sounds and I can really imagine being in your house. Next up, and the final thing that we need in our descriptive paragraph is the closing sentence. Your closing sentence is your conclusion, and it might just tell what the writer thinks or feels. So if you're writing about your favorite place and your favorite place is your home, you might end that paragraph by saying, "My house is the best house in the world." So it's a simple sentence that just tells me how you feel about your favorite place. Let's have a look at an example and make sure that they ticked off all of these checkpoints. Have a look here. So your prompt for this week is describe one of your favorite places to someone who has never been there. So when you're writing, you need to think that I have never been to your favorite place. So even if you're talking about the beach, I want you to pretend like you're writing it for someone who has never seen a beach before. Let's have a look. Can you read the first sentence for me, Surrey?
My favorite place in the whole world is the library.
Good girl, well done. Can you read the next sentence for me, Leo?
I love to sit on the red beanbag chairs in the kids' reading center.
Good. Lekang, take over.
There are small, large, thin, and fat books.
Good girl, well done. Cindy, take over.
I love the smell of the old books and the way their smooth pages feel.
Good girl. Hacker, take over.
Mrs.
Mhm.
Turner always smiles at me and checks out the books that I want to take home.
Good job, well done. And can you read the last sentence for me, please, Jenny?
The library a friendly and special place.
Good job, well done. Okay, guys, so let's just quickly go back. The first thing that we need is a topic sentence that lets readers know what the writer is describing. Does this paragraph have a topic sentence to let readers know what they are describing? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, it does. Good job. The topic sentence is right here. What place is this person describing?
Library.
Good job. Well done. This person is describing the library. Has this person put in supporting sentences that tell more information about the library? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
They absolutely have. They've given me lots and lots of sentences here that tell me lots of information and they use lots of words to describe the library. Have a look here. It says, I love to sit on the red beanbag chair in the kids' reading center. When I read the word red, it helps me imagine what the library looks like. Has this person included exact words to help create a picture in the reader's mind? Have a look here. Small, large, thin, and fat books. This writer didn't say, there are books. If they did, it would be a little bit harder for me to imagine the library. I would just imagine some books. But because this writer has written small, large, thin, and fat, when I read this sentence, I'm imagining tons and tons of books in the library, all different shapes and all different sizes. Has this person included sensory details that describe the situation or characters? Have they included sensory details? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
They absolutely have. Who can tell me some of the sensory detail words? Go ahead, Kwang Ming. Good job. Well done, Kwang Ming. So Kwang Ming here has underlined the word smooth. Can anyone tell me what sense this is engaging with? Is the word smooth telling me how something looks, how something feels, how something smells, how something tastes? What do you think? Kiwi.
Feel.
Good girl, well done. This is engaging my sense of feel or my sense of touch. So when I read this, the smooth pages feel, I almost can feel the page on my hand. Good girl, Kiwi. Okay, is there anyone else who can underline a sensory detail word? There are more. Okay, let's go for Hannah. Can you go ahead and underline some sensory details that you can see? Good girl, well done. So Hannah has underlined the word old here. I love the smell of the old books. So here, when we combine the word old with smell of the old books, what kind of sense is the author engaging with here? When this author writes, I love the smell of the old books, what sense are they engaging with?
My sense of smell.
Good job. So I'm sure you guys have all had this. When you open an old book, there's a certain smell that the book gives off. It's kind of like a woody kind of smell, and it smells really, really good. So when I read this sentence, I imagine being at a library, sitting on a beanbag, having a smooth book in my hand, and smelling that sense of that old woody kind of paper. Okay, any other sensory details? Lekang, can you underline? Good girl. So this word special. So this word special is less of a sensory detail, but it is an exact word. So it's letting us know how the writer feels about this place. The library is a friendly and special place. So this is more about the writer giving their opinion. So it's not quite a sensory detail, but it is an opinion detail and lets us know how the reader feels. It's not quite what I was looking for. I'm looking for one more sensory detail that engages my sense of sight. So looking at something, it engages my sense of sight. Tui Chi, do you think you know what it might be? Out the books. Good girl. So what I was thinking is combining these sentences. Mrs. Turner always smiles at me and checks out the books I want to take home. Good girl, Tweechy. When I read this sentence, Mrs. Turner always smiles at me, I imagine a nice librarian smiling at me as she does her job and checks out my books. So when I read this, I can imagine this in my head. I can imagine a friendly lady smiling and checking out the books that I'm very excited. Lots and lots and lots of sensory details in here to help you guys really imagine being at the library with this writer. Good job. Okay, last but not least, does this writer have a closing sentence that gives the writer's opinion or tells how the writer feels? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. It says it right here. The library is a friendly and special place. So these two exact words, friendly and special, let me know how the writer feels. So I know their opinion of the library is very high. They think it's a friendly and a special place to them. Good job. Okay, guys, what do you think of this descriptive paragraph? Go to the chat box now and tell me. Good job. Well done. Well done. Well done. Okay. So I would agree, guys. This paragraph is a great paragraph. It checks off all the checklists. It does everything that I've asked of it, but I do agree with Ming Huang that it could be a little bit longer. We could give more description. All right, guys, let's go ahead and have a look at the next part. Using exact words in our writing. So it's really important for us to use exact words to make our writing clearer and more descriptive. For example, in our story, A Fine, Fine School, the author uses exact words. On the first page, we have two pictures of children being very busy and doing a lot of activities. In the story, the author doesn't say, the children made things. No, no, no. If she uses the word things, it's really hard to imagine being in that classroom and looking at the children making things. If I see the word things, I don't know exactly what the children are making. Are they making cakes? Are they making food? I don't know. Instead, the author says they made dinosaurs and forts and pyramids. Now, when I read this, I can clearly imagine in my head children making dinosaurs, children making forts, and children making pyramids. It's really important that we use exact words so that the writer can paint a picture in their head. Look at this example draft. So this student has created their paragraph. Now, they've made some revisions or made some edits to their draft. So let's just have a look. Can you read this for the first sentence for me.
There's one place I always love to go. It's the school art room. Even before you get there, you can smell the paint and clay.
It's
It's
a wonderful smell. Inside the art room, the walls
the
are covered.
walls.
The walls are covered with pictures, masks, and puppets that kids make. Tables and easels are scattered all around. Jars of red, blue, and yellow paints are stuck up.
Stacked up. Good job. Well done. Okay, so let's just talk about this revised draft. Have a look at some of the revisions this student made. It used to say, even before you get there, you can smell the art stuff. Why do you think this person has crossed out art stuff and changed it to paint and clay? Okay, Mia, why do you think they changed that?
Because in the art room there are so many art stuff, so we cannot imagine what stuff they are describing about.
Good girl, Mia. In the art room, there is so much art stuff to use, so many things. So when this writer says, even before you get there, you can smell the art stuff, I don't really know what they're talking about. Are they talking about the smell of paper? Are they talking about the smell of paintbrushes? Are they talking about the smell of paint? I don't know. So thankfully, this writer has realized their mistake and changed it to paint and clay. Now, paint and clay has a very strong smell. So when I read this, I can almost imagine that smell in my nose. Okay, next up. Their next revision was inside the art room, the walls are covered with things that kids made. They scored out the word things and wrote pictures, masks, and puppets. Why do you think it's important that they got rid of the word things and changed it to pictures, masks, and puppets? Hannah, what do you think?
I think the person cross out the word things is because at the wall the pictures, the masks and the puppets, and there were lots of things, so we can't write. The walls are covered with things.
Good job. So we can't write the walls are covered with things because it's not very descriptive. So when it says the walls are covered with things, what does that mean? But I don't know. Windows? I don't know because they haven't told me. So thankfully, they've changed this to pictures, masks, and puppets. When I read that, I realize, okay, I can see pictures that students have drawn, masks that they have made, and puppets they have made. I can imagine all of these things hanging on the wall. Okay, the last revision that was made is this. Jars of paint are stacked up. Instead of saying that, they have written red, blue, and yellow paint. Why is this better? Can you explain to me? Let's go with Leo.
Because it includes the color.
Yep, so it tells us the colors, so it's easier for us to imagine. When I say jars of paint are stacked up, I can see jars with black paint in them because I don't know what paint they're talking about. So I'm just saying gray and black paint. However, when they say jars of red, blue, and yellow paint, I can imagine a very colorful painting station in the art room. Okay, guys, so as you can see, it's really important for us to use exact words. It makes a big difference. I don't want to see the use of the word stuff or the use of the word things in your writing because stuff and things are not descriptive. I don't know what you're talking about if you use those words. All right, let's talk about sensory details. Who can tell me what are our 5 senses? Okay, Teddy, what do you think?
Our five senses are hearing,
Mm-hmm.
touching, sight,
Mm-hmm.
sight.
Hearing, touching, seeing, or sight and taste. One more. Who can help Teddy? We've got one more. Mickey, what do you think it is?
Smell.
Good girl. It's smelling. Well done. Have a look here, guys. These are our five senses. We have this sense of sight. We have the sense of hearing. We have the sense of taste. We have the sense of touch. And we have the sense of smell. So these are the five senses. Let's have a look here. Why is it important to include sensory details in descriptive writing? Why is it an important thing for us to do? Well, let's just have a look. Have a look at this sentence. Now, when I read this, the cake smells good, you are including a sensory detail by saying smells good. However, you can do better than this. You can give me exact words to tell me how the cake smells. Have a look at this cake. What flavor do you think this cake is? Quang Hai, what do you think?
Chocolate.
Good job. So we could say, have a look at this sentence. The cake smells sweet and chocolatey. Now, when I read this sentence, I'm imagining a delicious cake, a delicious chocolate sweet cake. So when I read this sentence, it actually makes me feel a bit hungry. So that's why it's important to include sensory details. Have a look at this one. My bed is nice to sit on. What sense is this engaging with?
Feeling.
Good job. This is engaging my sense of feeling. Now, my bed is nice to sit on. Again, the word nice isn't very exact. So, for example, this sentence is kind of engaging my sensory details, but it's not giving me any exact words. It's not describing how the bed feels. Can anyone help me think of a better sentence to say that your bed feels nice? Kwang Ming.
My bed is fluffy to sit.
Ooh, very good. My bed is fluffy when I sit on it. Amazing. Good job, Kwang Ming. Have a look at this sentence. Can you read this sentence, Le Kang?
My bed feels like a huge marshmallow
And
when I touch my pillow, it's like putting my head on a soft cloud.
cloud. Now, which sentence do you prefer? Sentence one or sentence two? Okay, I heard a lot of sentence two there. Me too. Sentence two is much better. Sentence one, it says, my bed is nice to sit on. It's not very descriptive. However, when I read this sentence, my bed feels like a huge marshmallow. I'm really imagining the comfiest bed in the world. And it says, when I touch my pillow, it's like putting my head on a soft cloud. Wow. When I read that as well, I can imagine laying my head down on the fluffiest, softest pillow there was. Okay, guys, have a look. For homework today and over the weekend, you're going to write a quick plan. So you're going to do a web diagram like this, and you're also going to write your full descriptive paragraph. Now, I just want to show you how I want to plan your work. So, my favorite place in the whole wide world is the beach. I love going to the beach. Now, I want you guys to draw one of these diagrams. So this should only take you 5 to 10 minutes before you do your writing homework, because it will really help you plan the kind of sensory details you want to write about. Now, I'll have a look and show you what I wrote in my site. For the beach, some things that I can see at the beach are the crystal blue sea. I can also see children making sandcastles when I go to the beach. So in my writing, I might say, the beach is my favorite place. There's my topic sentence. I might say, I love going to the beach because I love to look at the crystal blue sea, and I love seeing the children making sandcastles. Already, I have engaged you with sensory details, and I'm using descriptive words and exact words like crystal blue instead of just saying the word sea. Who can help me think of some sounds you might hear at the beach? Teddy bear.
People talking
Good,
and the wave.
good girl. That's exactly what I was thinking of too. So people talking and laughing and chatting. Also the sound of the crashing waves against the shore. Have a look at what I wrote. The sound of waves crashing. So that's what Teddy said. So the sound of the waves crashing against the shore. And also The lifeguard's whistle. A lifeguard is someone who has a job to make sure that everyone in the sea or in the pool is safe. So sometimes you will hear the lifeguard blowing their whistle to tell someone to stop doing something or to come in closer to the shore. Okay, what kinds of things can you smell at the beach?
We can smell salt water of the beach.
Good girl, well done. When you go to the beach, it's got that amazing salt water smell. Have a look at my examples. You can smell fresh coconuts. So for me, when I go on holiday to the beach, something I always like to drink when I'm on the beach is a fresh, ice cold coconut. So I can also smell sunscreen. So sunscreen has usually a really nice, creamy, also kind of a coconutty smell. So when I imagine being at the beach, they are two really big things that I imagine smelling. Okay, I can also imagine the smell of grilled corn. Often when I go on holiday to a beach, I can see someone smelling freshly grilled corn and they're wafting and waving the flame, and I can smell it coming over to me. Okay, what can you taste at the beach? Kwang Ming, go ahead.
The salt sea.
Good job. The salty water. Sometimes when you go swimming in the sea, you accidentally swallow a lot of salt water and it's not very nice. So, yeah, that's definitely something we can taste at the beach. Steve, what else can you taste at the beach?
The coconut water.
Good job. Again, so instead of saying that you smell the coconuts, you could say, I taste the ice cold coconuts. Amazing. Well done, Steve. All right, let's have a look at my examples. Delicious seafood. So this is something that I always make sure I eat if I go to the beach. Sometimes when you live in a city, the seafood isn't as fresh. So when I go to the beach, I always make sure I like to eat lots of seafood like crab and lobster and fish. Something else you might like to drink when you're on holiday is ice cold Coca-Cola. So you could describe that in your paragraph. I love being at the beach because I can drink ice cold, sweet Coca-Cola on a hot, hot day. Okay, guys. So what I just want to quickly do before I give you your homework is I want to brainstorm some of your favorite places. So I'm going to give you some ideas. So like I said, my favorite place in the whole wide world is the beach. I love to go to the beach. So that is what I would write about. So you could write about the beach too, if you would like. You could write about a certain place that you have been. So maybe you've been to Sapa, maybe you've been to a place called Pulawag, maybe you've been anywhere in Vietnam that you absolutely love and you want to talk about it. Maybe you want to talk about somewhere inside, like an arcade. So maybe you love going to the arcade. You can talk about the smell of sweet candy floss and popcorn. You can talk about seeing all the flashing neon lights, the sounds of the guns, pew, pew, pew. You can tell me. Maybe your favorite place is a water park. So maybe you've been to a really cool water park one holiday and you loved the feeling of excitement when you were queuing up to go on the tallest and scariest ride. Maybe you could talk to me about seeing all the rubber rings and the children smiling and laughing and playing. So it's up to you. You can pick anywhere that you would like. You could talk about your home, your bedroom, a water park, the beach. You could talk about a certain place in Hanoi. You could talk about a certain place in Vietnam, anywhere that you would like. Okay, guys, so for homework, you're going to firstly plan your descriptive paragraph using a web diagram. Then, when you're finished with your plan, which should take 5 to 10 minutes, I want you to write a descriptive paragraph about your favorite place. So it doesn't have to be really long. You can just write one paragraph about your favorite place. So make sure that you include everything from the writer's checklist as we have done today. So have a wonderful weekend and I'll see you then. Bye.